So how'd you end up celebrating other than having a crap ton of Bush Light this past weekend?
That's really about it, man. I mean, I was out late, but honestly, I behaved a lot better than I expected, honestly.
You
A lot
did?
of times yeah, a lot of times we'll go out, we'll be out super late, and I get a little too trashed. But no, this time I did pretty good. I was able to be good and actually kind of ended up babysitting some of my guys back to the room. They celebrated harder than I did, so
Well, granted, they didn't have to get in the ring like you did.
that is true. They weren't swords, I was. Huh?
Man, so how does it make you feel? I'm gonna ask you probably that probably be the only same question. How does it make you feel looking back now? It's been some time since you had that big win. How do you feel moving forward with your career and path?
I feel great. I mean, I feel like I'm in a really, really great spot. I'm 5 wins in a row. Four of those wins are I'm sorry, or yeah, 5 wins in a row, four finishes. I mean, I can't complain. I feel like I'm in a great spot. I'm really definitely had a career turnaround from my first few fights. And I mean, I can't talk highly enough about the position I'm in. Luckily, I'm in a great spot where basically my options are the LFA title or hopefully contender series is what we're looking at. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot of people in better positions than me for as far as looking to get in the UFC.
So Friday, I didn't ask you about the brief face off you had with the man they call the milkman. How was that face off, and were there any words exchanged between you two?
Not really. A lot of mutual respect. I mean, it was cool. I didn't. It was weird because it was definitely weird more than anything. It's like coming off of the all the adrenaline that you have whenever you're fighting and
Hmm.
going straight into getting thinking about another fight or talking about another fight. It's different. It's kind of weird. Like I had a hard time not like smiling or laughing or kind of just enjoying the moment just because it's weird. I mean, obviously I just got done with this fight, thinking about another one. It's just a strange situation, but I mean, after the fact, I'm excited as I can be for it. It's a very exciting matchup. I think our styles definitely clash as far as a heavy jiu-jitsu guy versus a heavy wrestling guy. I think it'll make things for very interesting.
Let's just say you'll be prepared for that overhand.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I definitely have an idea of how he's going to come out, huh?
Right. So I want to stay on his opponent, and then we'll talk on and touch on other topics. You've been a
Mhm.
fighter for a while now. When you not only witness something like that, but experience something like that, like as a fighter, like how does that make your mental adjust, and how hard would you say that would be to come back from? Because that's a different type of
Uh,
knockout. That's totally
but his
different.
opponent,
Yeah, his opponent.
yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't even, I wouldn't even know how to think. I mean, it's so unfortunate for him because, like, I mean, it's almost, I don't want to say it's a fluke. I mean, Woodley did everything right. He landed the shot, he came out, and he threw exactly what he wanted to. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, but, you know, it just sucks because you don't know how that fight would have went had that shot not landed. And I'm sure that's something that Wright has to wrestle with. But he's a very skilled competitor. I'm sure that he will come back a lot stronger, and his next fight will be very very fun to watch. But honestly I don't even have an answer for how I'd mentally deal with that because I'm sure it's a struggle. Not even really getting the chance to fight, putting in all that work, and then that's just kind of the result. It's definitely disheartening. I'm sure.
So speaking of struggles and mental health and stuff like that, it's a two-parter question. One, how important is mental health to you? And two, I'm sure by now you've seen the unfortunate video clip of Dustin Poirier getting arrested. How important as a fighter is it to have strong mental health? Because it's clear as day. It's almost like not as quickly as Dustin walked away from the game as a fighter as when he kind of slowly started going down, unfortunately.
I think the mental game is the most important part of MMA. Honestly, it's probably 90 mental and 10% physical and preparation. Everything else. It's like if you don't, I don't know, it's hard to describe. You as a fighter, you really have to have something that we're working towards. Especially, I feel like a lot of guys have a real problem being outside of camp. Like Volkanovski spoke on this before. It's like when you don't have something you're working towards, it's really difficult for you. And it's hard to keep yourself in the gym. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to keep yourself motivated in everything when this is our life, as a fighter. It feels like if without a fight lined up or something that we're training for, then it really feels like we don't have a purpose sometimes, or at least that's how I feel sometimes.
Hmm.
So I'm sure that's kind of something he's dealing with. I'm sure he'll get a lot better with it as time goes. He's one of the greats for a reason. So I'm sure he'll recover, and he's got a lot of great people around him too. I'm sure. But the mental game is definitely the hardest part to deal with as far as like getting ready for fights, mentally preparing for fights, and everything else. It's so difficult to even explain to normal people the stuff we go through whenever it comes to getting ready for fights and everything else.
Definitely. How soon would you want to get back in the octagon and fight? How much time would you say you need off?
I I train year round, so it's not like I'm not going to be in the gym, but I will. I'm definitely gonna have to take probably 3 to 4 weeks off of heavy sparring. It's just me trying to be smart about, this is a sport that's definitely tough on your brain. So I would like to at least take 3 to 4 weeks to recover and not do some heavy contact, and then uh, once I feel like I'm good there, I'm gonna get right back into to hitting it the same way I've always been doing it, just staying consistent. I mean, I'm everything's gonna be normal minus the heavy contact is really all I'm gonna cut out.
Right.
But so
What
so
made you go
ideally,
ahead?
sorry, ideally September, October time.
Is that one of your corner guys?
Yeah, actually it's my corner man, but I don't even think you realize I'm still in here.
No, no, no. That's I was like, that looks like the big dude. Yep, that's him. I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, that's Jesse.
So when you go into a training camp, like how much? Of course, each training camp is going to be different. It depends on your opponent, but how much stays the same each training camp, and how much ultimately changes?
Really, I mean, I'd say it's like 90% the same. And really, we only make some small minor adjustments whenever it comes to like what techniques I'm working specifically. Because I mean, in any fight, our game plan is always going to be pressure and take them down and submit them. So as far as that goes, it's always going to be consistent that way. But we may change it up as far as like how my training partners are approaching the rounds, or if I'm getting extra wall wrestling rounds. Like I'm sure this next camp we're going to do a lot of wrestling, heavy wrestling, and most of our grappling days are going to be completely probably focused on defend wrestling, takedown defense, attacking in the wrestling, and everything else. So I'm sure as far as that goes, we really mainly change just the techniques we're working on and how my training partners are approaching the rounds is the main things we change. As far as the actual physical conditioning, everything else really stays about the same.
How much cardio do you do aside from the wrestling? Because I might have only wrestled, for 2 years in high school, but as a wrestler yourself, like you can understand, like I do, like just how much cardio you exude and you go through when you wrestle and you grapple. Aside from that, like how much extra cardio do you actually do when you're training?
I really don't do like a ton of extra cardio to be honest with you. I do.
Because
I
there's a
really
lot
just
when you're
when I
grappling. Yeah.
yeah, like well, and honestly, that's I hit super hard for like when I get to the gym. It's like as soon as I start grappling, I try not to miss any rounds. When I'm sparring, I try not to miss any rounds. It's like it's the go 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 for a full hour and a half that I'm trying to get and just stay after it the entire time. That's really the cardio I put in. We started adding this last camp. We added sprints to the like just doing 40-yard sprints. I think we've been
Hmm.
doing like 15 to 20 of them every single day for like 8 weeks. So it's like that definitely helps. But But I've always been a guy that I hate running. So like those sprints are the first time I've actually done it in camp. But like I am terrible at running. I hate running. So like I've definitely not been a guy that goes and runs 8 to 10 miles or anything like that. I'm just a person that I like to come into the room and just hit it as hard as I can while I'm there. No rounds off. I don't spend any time on the wall. I take care of my business when it's time to, you know.
Yeah. So this question is about your previous opponent, Andrew Stewart. You got a hell of a chin, man. Like, not many people have been able to take his heavy hands and just shrug it off like it was nothing. Kind of like you did this past Friday in your victory against him. How does your face feel since Friday?
I won't lie, on Saturday and Sunday I had like a slight headache, but I'm all good now. I'm feeling fine, really. I mean, most of it's healed up. I got a little black eye still, maybe a little scratch up here, but we're mostly all good. And I mean, you know, I've always been a guy that can take some heavy punches. Unfortunately, I hate how much I test myself on that, but I'm definitely a pretty durable person. I definitely went through a few of those in my amateur career as well. So trying to limit it until I can get to the UFC so we can save some of those shows for the big show, but still.
Right. LFA is still a pretty big show too, so it's not like you got to hold back a whole lot.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, and fighting for LFA is I haven't been able to speak highly enough about them. They've been great.
That was going
They've
to be
been
my
so
next
fantastic.
question. That was going to be my next question. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Working with LFA has just been the best. Honestly, I love it. And I've I've worked with like CFFC in the past. I fought for them twice, once as an amateur, once as a pro. And honestly, it's like, you know, I'm not trying to talk any smack about anybody. It's just, in my opinion, LFA runs so much cleaner of a show. It's nothing. There's no questions anywhere. They're always very. They anytime they need medicals, they're right on me. They're very communicative. I can't talk highly enough about how great they are, and they've been consistently trying to find me fights and keep me active. So I really appreciate that from them, and it's been a great relationship the whole time that I've been working with them.
What I like to hear. I, back to their medical, like right after you won, you were quickly trying to like celebrate with your team. Within 5-10 seconds, if that, after the fight was over and you were announced winner, that medical guy comes straight to you, tapping on your shoulder, like, "Hey, you gotta." But it's good that they do that,
Oh yeah,
and they're serious about it for sure.
yeah, they're very quick about it. Like, yeah, they're very quick. Definitely dragging me out. Like, hey, I know you want to get pictures, but we gotta get these done now. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's fine. Let's do it.
I got a couple more questions for you in this. What made you get into
Yeah.
MMA?
So I actually have been I've been watching. So the first time I ever watched the sport live, I was like 6 years old. My older brother is 13 years older than me. He was like 18 or 19 when I was around the time, and he fought then. And I was always very interested. I always thought it was crazy, but I was always like, man, I'm gonna do this once, at least once. And I was kind of a chubby kid, so it was really an unrealistic goal at first.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very inactive, chubby kid for a long time, and then when I got to high school, I joined the wrestling team. My sophomore junior year, lost a bunch of weight, got down to like 195 pounds, and just really loved wrestling. I was nothing special at all, but I just really enjoyed it. And then when I finished my senior season, I my brother was training a nice guy, and just was like, hey, you know, I don't want to get fat again. I'd be interested in trying martial arts. So I came, started doing some jiu-jitsu, did some jiu-jitsu competitions, and just kind of was hooked.
What advice would you have for a novice fighter, somebody getting into the sport?
If you actually want to do this, just stick with it. This is a sport where the more that you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. The more you train, the more that you put the effort in, the more the results are going to come. I've always been a person that I really hate the word talent. I don't think I'm talented at all. I think I'm a person that I have worked for everything I have. You know, I've been training my ass off for 7 years for 5 to 7 days in order to make this happen. So I really think that for anybody, really the best advice is just to stick with it, just stay consistent, stick with it, and the results will come with it.
And lastly, where can people find you at on social media?
Instagram is just Zayne_Havener. Facebook, Zayne Havener. I mean, it's just really just my name anywhere. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook to keep up with my fights. Uh, yeah, and I appreciate the support.
Thank you for your time. Good luck to you out there. We'll be chatting again soon. Be safe out there, champ.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for